Hello, fellow administrators. Welcome to one more guide. This time, we'll be talking about Thoth, currently the best damage unit of the game. As a member of Nile faction, Thoth is the representation of the god of wisdom, Thoth from ancient Egypt mythology. While in Aether Codes, she's a member of Korg, and also she loves reading. Referred as the Captain, she works in missions of team and solo. She's an excellent fighter. When she got released, Thoth brought multiple changes to the point of even surpassing Izanami. Now, let's work. In Aether Codes, Thoth have only one option to be chosen, Red Code. Red Code is the best and mostly the only option you can pick if you want to play with her. All of the other codes are useless if we compare them and try to check over the role of damage dealer. Blue Code is mostly a choice for those who wants to try use her as an auxiliary unit. Yellow Code is just there to exist. If you don't plan to manually play as Thoth, you can safely jump to the next topic. Otherwise, pay attention to her combo rotation. Let's say she's not exactly complicated, but her combo requirement, alongside Red Code, makes Thoth a bit demanding on time and as well to avoid taking hits. Thoth can be used by both player and AI, however. As you can see, she's better under the hands of a player, since AI will mostly be reliant on forcing player use manual Ling and try to overflow it with buffs to compensate the absence of proper management. Besides avoiding taking hits, always keep a safe distance between you and the enemy. Thoth alone can get away from the range of enemies, but a few bosses are tricky to be dealt when you don't have shield, and consider the range of her attacks as well. But if you just see her performance over the video and compare the abilities of the specific auxiliary and support units, you'll see that she's way beyond, and it's a waste to use her in any different role than damage dealer. Overall, with enough investment, such as everyone at Omega, it's possible to try one-hit kill setups using manual Ling against challenge modes such as Iteration Check, but manual Thoth is still possible to do the same and even better with enough dedication. When talking about Functors, I highly recommend to obtain Thoth Sig Key, Neferkapta, not only because of the damage boost, but as well because of how necessary it is for the character to reach all of her potential. Unfortunately, I don't see the Gen Zone useful for her. Just read both and compare. The best sigils for Thoth are Crescent and Lord. Currently, since Forest is not released yet, you can try to consider Lion Sigil for Omega placement. If you don't have enough materials to forge Forest or want to avoid unnecessary trouble, just wait for the release. Forest Sigil is a better version of Lion. Also, Thoth doesn't need any energy sigil, so avoid at all costs. I put some explanations about. In warps, the general setup works pretty fine in Thoth. Just pay attention to adapt the slots 5 and 6 according rank progression and your team composition. No need to worry about the other slots, since, once more, general setup. Unfetter is not a mandatory warp to use, but you can consider it in situations of enemies with low amounts of HP, and even more if they don't have 2 phases. In Enchants, just follow the usual priority. Regarding the skill Enchant, the priority can be adaptable if you're lucky enough. Now, regarding team compositions. The best team for Thoth is Sekhmet and Ling. Since a shield is mandatory to avoid Thoth taking hits, it's the team with highest priority for Ling. You could consider Brahma as well, since she can give invulnerability for 3 hits. However, I still need to do more tests and later do a specific video about supports. Until you achieve this team, Thoth, Sek, and Ling, or if you can't afford them, there's alternate options. In order of best performance, I can mention Artemis, Ukunanushi, a rank for Thondi, S. Hera, and A rank Heimdall. Pluto is suggested because of the newest duo ult created for both of them. Unfortunately, this duo ult favors Pluto more than Thoth. Now, before I end this guide, here's the battle comparison between Thoth and Artemis. Don't get me wrong, I'm not interested in the slightest about going into a war between waifus, but I must bring accurate and correct information, which is the main reason for me to make this. I did as well some runs between teams to compare, but since the trial Thoth is builded wrongly, it's favoring Artemis. Even still, you can see that Thoth easily surpassed Artemis damage. The major difference between both would be that Artemis has a better resistance against attacks, while Thoth is mandatory to avoid taking hits. Soon I'll be coming with S for Thandi guide, and as well some other guides. If you want any specific guide, or if you have any question about Thoth, please share in the comments. That's all for now, dear administrators. I hope to see you in the next guide. Until next time.